So we're a musical group and we build things and we use them on stage. The main part of our performance are these Tesla coils. Tesla coil is a resonant transformer. So that means that every time that we put energy into it at its resonant frequency, the voltage gets higher and higher, right? But this happens very quickly. So on these machines, they have a resonant frequency of 80 kilohertz, which is way too high for the human ear to hear, right? Because we can only hear up to 20 kilohertz. So what we do is we let the Tesla coil oscillate for just a few cycles and then we stop it. And in that moment that we stop it, it makes a pop. And we create a series of these pops. And when they happen together very quickly, we perceive it as a musical pitch. Right, so if we want to play an A at 440 hertz, what we're actually doing is we're making 440 pops per second. And your ear interprets it as a pitch.
The brother and I have always played in bands ever since we were maybe 13 or 14 years old, but he's always been kind of like a mad scientist tinkerer. He called me up with this idea, like I built this Tesla coil, but it plays music. And I'm like, that's awesome, I'm moving down to Austin and we're starting a band. We basically treat the band as if the Tesla coils were like a pair of lead singers. But what's really cool and the fun part about it is not only do you have to write like a catchy melody, but you actually have to write it in a way that's visually appealing as well as audibly appealing.
I'm Sam, and what I do is I build a lot of the equipment back at our shop, and I also run the safety switch during shows. The safety switch is a big red button that turns everything that's dangerous on the stage off instantly. Each of these Tesla coils outputs approximately 300,000 volts. So in case there was ever an incident with somebody approaching the stage, I could have all the equipment shut off as soon as possible so that nobody gets hurt.
This is our fourth member of the band. His name is King Beat. King as in royalty, Beat as in beat the drum. And he was kind of a project of love that we made because most drummers aren't very reliable. So we built one that was, and he's also a very mediocre rapper.
We had to build an instrument that was immune to the lightning, and the only way that we could do that is if we put all the electronics into a Faraday cage, just like this machine right here, except this Faraday cage is just for electronics. So if you look at the fretboard, it doesn't look like a standard guitar fretboard. You see all these little brass contacts here. So what's happening is it's actually an electronic switch. So when I push it down, I'm actually actuating a switch. And so that's how the computer knows what strings that I'm pushing down. And so yeah, so basically all the information comes out as a fiber optic signal out of this port right here. And then it goes back into our show controller module and it just tells the Tesla coils what note to play. And it works while it's being struck by lightning.
Sitting on newspaper, check it out, yeah, do us the favor, promise that you will love it later, I promise, we got Central Florida flavor, yeah.